Thanks for making time to be our VIP guest in our first episode of Facts and Rumors for KnifesHeaven.com, a new mainstream platform for both knife industry and knife community. Because of the 10th anniversary in 2020 of the Hogue knife division and the both of you working together, I think this is a memorable interview for our viewers. First of all, I hope you are doing well, Allen.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. I'm doing very, very well.
It's good to see you in good health. I have some questions regarding Hogue, your collaboration with Hogue, and your own work. But first of all, we cannot ignore the COVID-19 pandemic. So my first question would be, how the COVID-19 pandemic affects you, your family, and your work?
Not much. The only difference is that we don't go out to eat and we don't go to the movies and the gym. That's the only three things, actually, and then the gun range. I think in a way it was kind of better, eating at home, definitely eating more healthy, and just working more in the shop.
Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, some questions regarding Hogue. How important is the knife division of Hogue right now for the company? Because it started more or less coincidentally, if I know my history well.
Hogue has always done projects. They did this one project called the Avenger. They will do weightlifting machines, just various different projects. And so the knife division actually started off as just another project,
Okay.
It has grown to be quite substantial, when they're purchasing dedicated machines to allocate just for this particular project, it's become quite large. So it is an integrated part of Hogue right now.
Yeah, but what to my understanding, because of the knife division and the machines, they also now do other products, which they didn't before.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes, correct. Because of the knives, Hogue actually invested in a textile business. Okay, they actually own a textile business where they can make nylon webbing, gear, bags, whatever. That started with the FO1 nylon sheath.
Exactly.
We could not find a manufacturer that could make it to our standards with all the features. So we basically bought a manufacturer.
Okay.
And so it kept on growing from there, and so we just kept on adding different SKUs like the bags, and that was part of the knives,
So my next question already partially answered. What did it bring the company what otherwise not would have happened, if this is the case, of course?
The knives? I think the knives brought a different view to the company. Okay. Before the knives, they were strictly a accessory company. So if you look at all the products they made, it was accessories to something that already existed. Pistol grips, rifle stocks, accessories. The knives is actually their first end product, okay? Standalone end product. And so it gave them a different exposure. Instead of just an accessory, now they're making products. And so that opened up a lot of doors into other avenues like military, law enforcement, where maybe they wouldn't have had the chance of getting contacts. Now they do. And now it plays back and forth with the stocks and the knives and all the other accessories, which actually was a great blend.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah. What can be expected regarding new designs, collaborations, and materials for the near future?
We are actually using more exotic steel. Like my Deca is, the 20CV, which is one of my favorite steels. And so we're now beginning to use more exotic steels, models. We do have, I was out there about maybe 2 months ago, and We have a list of projects to come out. Because of this whole COVID-19, it really everything just kind of went into chaos. The gun side accessories just exploded. The knives took off. So now the availability of machine time got very, very small. So hopefully we can start getting going on some of these projects later on this year when everything kind of calms down. But yeah, we have at least about 3 to 4 new projects, fixed blades and folders.
Okay, exciting. I'm very curious. I'm looking forward to that moment that they will be revealed. What's the best overall selling design since the start of the knife division, Alan? And what in 2019?
That's going to be a hard one because the EX01, the original design, over 10 years, probably about 11 years going on, it still sells extremely strong. The X5, basically my white swan, black dolphin, that is their #1 seller. But the one that has the longest shelf life is the 01 that's been very, very consistent. 2019, it would be the little mini flipper.
Okay.
Yeah, but now we're going to a smaller knife.
Yeah.
The Deca. The Deca now is, in 2020, probably eclipsed all other models. And that is like a 3 1/8 inch able lock, very, very thin, ambidextrous, 20 CV blade, very, very nice knife, very popular.
Regarding the EX01, it's already 10 years now that this design is on the market. Can we expect another variety of the EX01, for example, with premium grip materials?
We actually do a version of the EX01 for SIG, and it has a different color, different textures, and different materials. Not really. I mean, we've upgraded it we upgraded to CPM 154 CM. If you wanted the upgraded version of that, probably the SIG line, because theirs was actually designed specifically for certain guns, gun finishes, gun textures.
It's on my personal wish list, an EX01 with carbon fiber. Okay.
We're still dabbling with carbon fiber. We did a limited run, I think it was last year or the year before last, called a Beta. That was all carbon fiber. That was the first carbon fiber knife Hogue basically experimented with.
Okay.
And there was talks when I was at Hogue to do it again.
Okay.
And do another limited run of the Beta, and maybe, if it goes well, which it did the first time, probably roll it into a production.
Who knows? It would be awesome. How is the knife market developing? What is the main target group you're producing for?
At the beginning, we were going for LEO, military, more tactical. Now what we're doing is we're being more diverse, especially with the micro flips, the smaller knives, the smaller autos, the Deca, the thinner knives. We're now broadening our target to everyone.
Yeah.
We have not gotten into the hunting group yet, but now we're just going more towards the utilitarian group, the everyday EDC carry group, that's wanting a thinner, lighter, smaller knife.
Okay, some questions regarding the collaboration between you and Hogue. Do you intend to keep working together? Because till now it was a very successful collaboration.
For now, yes. So far, there's been no talks of going our separate ways. We have a very good working relationship, and that's one thing about dealing with, let's say, an outside personality, or dealing with a company. There is a lot of personalities, and it can be lost in communication. Feathers can be ruffled. So far, none of that. If we have issues, we have problems, we have questions, we have always communicated. That was one good thing about our relationship. We have a good communication between both sides, and that really has, I guess, prevented any issues from ever coming up if there was an issue, you know.
What did the collaboration bring the both of you? What did it mean for your mutual business?
Exposure. You know, all collaborations brings exposure. You know, this is my, I think, 10th collaboration, you know, over 30, I think about 30 years or 27 years. I was actually doing the math the other day. It's like 10th collaboration, about 50 some odd products, you know.
Yeah.
And what it brings really is exposure.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yes, there's some financial gains there, but exposure is really what it is.
What can we expect in the future from you and Hogue?
More products, more innovative products. I am constantly coming up with new ideas, but then at times I have to try to scale it back because sometimes they're not producible. You know, you can produce it in a handmade one-off, or maybe 5 or 10 or 20, but to do it in thousands and 10,000s, you know, that's one of the things about being a designer. You have to think about manufacturing.
Yeah.
You know, so what we are planning on in the future is listening to the customer more, giving them what they want, try to make a excellent American-made product with the most affordable price that we can.
Can we expect something in the territory of the multi-tools, for example?
I know someone's approached them, talk about multi-tools. That's out of my league because that would be in the engineering. That has nothing to do with me directly.
Allen, some questions regarding your own work. You already told that the collaboration brought exposure, but what did it bring your own personal business as a knife maker?
You know, probably it forced me not to be lazy, you know, because being attached to Hogue and having very successful designs and making sure the designs have a long shelf life, longevity, you have to be very cautious of what you design and features on it, okay? And so if I start slacking, it's not going to be very interesting. I'm just making another knife, which will, I think, if I was a company, I'll start looking elsewhere for other talents. Exactly. You know, so what it's made me do is ensure that I don't slack, which, you know, I never have. I've always been creative from day one. That's why if you look at my work now, I'm not making blasted framed knives. You know, it's more art. I've evolved over the past 32 years. And so I think that's really what's kept me going with the collaboration with Hogue, is keeping me on my toes and being more innovative for myself. Okay, because what I do for myself goes to Hogue because I'm basically prototyping it. And if I go, oh, that's really cool, we'll kick it over the Hogue.
So in the past, you collaborated with a lot of manufacturers. You already memorized it earlier in this conversation. If I can remember, Benchmade, CRKT, and even a German company, I forgot the name. Icorn. I still have that knife. Fox, of course, and some others. But I can't remember if you did a collaboration with another company after you started working with Hogue. Are you still doing collaborations with other manufacturers, or are you planning to do collaborations with other manufacturers?
Yes, I do not have an exclusive with Hogue.
Okay.
I think after I got into Hogue, I started becoming very picky about who I do a collaboration with. And so I don't want to just hop in bed with any manufacturer. It has to be the right manufacturer with the right project. Okay. It's not about ego. It's not about trying to get the most money out of it. It's I don't want to waste my time or their time in a short-lived collaboration. That's why I'm way more picky now. I still do work with some of the older manufacturers, and I have been in touch with a couple of manufacturers to do projects. So, we'll see.
I can imagine that you are picky because I think that's my opinion that Hogue has a very high level of production quality.
Yeah.
A very high level of consistency is maybe even better description. If I compare this with other manufacturers, Hogue is really, for me, one of the top manufacturers regarding fit and finish and consistency.
They are probably out of all the manufacturers I've worked with, they are probably the best. Okay. And you have to look at it on my point, I need to protect my brand. And so for the past 32 years, I have built a reputation of building quality knives or quality products. Anything I've built is quality and high precision, high tolerance, high quality, And so I actually have to protect my reputation, and that's why I'm picky. And
Yeah.
You are correct. Hogue's manufacturing is very, very good. When I go there, I look at their what we call the reject pile of stuff that's been rejected. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, where? What are you rejecting? And they're like pointing this little tiny thing. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So most companies would pass that through.
Yeah, that's the way it should be, of course. But okay. And now we speak about this subject. I can't remember you ever did a collaboration with a Chinese company, because the Chinese companies are coming also with a very high level of quality, like Rayad, WeKnife.
I have not done a collaboration with a Chinese company yet. There has been talks. I haven't gone past that yet.
Okay.
But, so basically don't be surprised if you see something come out in the future from a Chinese company.
Okay. Can I ask which company?
There's a couple of them, but right for now, we're just in talks, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't,
it
doesn't. You're correct. They are phenomenal with their machining. What they're building in China is just incredible.
What can we expect from you, Allen, for the future regarding your work as a knife maker? Any exciting facts to share with your audience?
Maybe I'll do one more mechanism. I actually had one mechanism in my head. I was working on this for like quite some time. I kind of explained it to Jim Bruins at Hogue, and he just said, "Oh, it's a so-and-so lock." And I was like, "Oh, and so I'm back to square one." I would like to do one more mechanism, a locking mechanism. This year I kicked off the Ottoman folder, which is actually probably in my opinion, one of my best designs. So I will probably do a couple more just very, very complex designs, time consuming. The Ottoman's a very time consuming knife. I can make actually 2 folders for one Ottoman.
Okay.
And so this is probably not for sale to the public, but you'll probably see more gun work out of me.
Okay.
Actually been doing a lot of Glock smithing, building Glocks, manipulating the grips, stippling them. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Is there anything more to tell or to share, Allen? Your fans want to know everything, of course. #MeToo.
Everything's about, the same. I keep on striving to actually do better, in my designs, in my work. This year, I did launch a new social media platform on Instagram and Facebook called Tactician Concepts. And on those pages, I show stuff. I talk about things that I would never talk about on Elishewitz Custom Knives. It's just not the right stage. So I will talk a lot about tactics and training, more tactical stuff, because I have been involved in combative and firearm training and martial arts for a very, very long time.
Yeah,
I've always kept it somewhat quiet, never really talked about it in public. People that know me know that I've taken martial arts. I enjoy shooting, but they don't know of what level, and I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's an age thing. I feel like now teaching and giving back. So that's why I started this new platform, just to show and talk about more tactical gears, tactical training, more fighting knives, than the Elishewitz custom knife side, which is strictly what I'm building knives,
Yeah. Thank you very much, Allen. My regards to your family. Take care, and I hope to meet again in the near future.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored, and hope everything goes well and you be safe.
Thank you very much, Allen.